Ma'am, let me first welcome in Hyderabad
Thank you.
city. What
Thank
connects
you.
you? And my first question will be, what connects you when you come to Hyderabad
What
city?
connects me is the most important movie of my life is a movie called Zakham, which was my father's last film, supposedly as a director, and based on my grandmother, who I actually played. And in this city lives MM Cream, Mr. Kirivani, who gave us the music of that movie and actually gave us his heart on a plate, and also Nagarjuna, who actually was part of it and played my husband in the movie. So the thing is that you see, Zakham is a film that will be mentioned in my obituary, and two pillars of Zakham are right here in Hyderabad. So this is in a way like a homecoming, and I have had the privilege of being part of a Telugu film much earlier in my career, because that was something that I think that every actor must experience, even if you're from Hindi movies, because it's a whole new way and style of working, and the professionalism is something that needs to be kind of truly learned from. And I have many memories of the city, staying at Banjara Hills, and the wonderful meals I've eaten here.
Spicy
Lots of
food.
love the spicy food, love it. But there's much more to love than not love. I just unfortunately haven't been back too often, but then basketball brings me back.
But
So
it's
from
long.
Jism 2 to 3 by 3. Yeah.
But it's a long time, gap coming to
It
Hyderabad, right?
has been a long gap, but it's a whole new Hyderabad that I experience right now. There seems to be a whole new buzz in the city. It's kind of seeming much younger than it did earlier. I mean, for me, Hyderabad earlier always had an old world charm, strangely, but now it seems to be buzzing with the kind of vitality and youth that I have not quite experienced before. Which is why I think that it's the perfect city for FIBA and 3 by 3 to actually launch in India and have the masters here, because like we said earlier, that this is really a city that, I mean, if it's good enough for IKEA, it's good enough for us. And we do hope we get the same sort of kind of response in this no people kind, no stampede though. But yeah.
But how come in sports we see you doing dashing, acting, then into production, into direction? Suddenly this comes to your plate. How?
I think when life comes and bangs on your door, the least you can do is open the door and let life in. And I think that I was a reluctant actor. People might not know this, but my father actually tricked me into doing Daddy, because he said, "Will you act?" And I said, "No, I don't think I can." And then he came back to me and he said, "Okay, fine. If you're not interested, I'll take Twinkle Khanna, who's Dimple Khanna's daughter." And I said, "Hang on, wait." So he said, "Oh, you don't want to act, but you don't want somebody else to play that part. So you're born to be in the movies." So I think that I just followed life's dictate. And I must thank my ex-husband and my partners, Vivek and Mr. Rao, who actually came to me in June and said that there's this basketball league being launched in India, and would you want to be part of it? And I said, I don't know anything about basketball. And they said, that's rather candid. I said, yes, because I'm not one of those dial celebrity people. You can't just dial me and pay me a amount of money to cut a ribbon and kind of endorse something. My conviction and my heart has to be in it. And I said, I will not be part of it unless I come and experience it. And I went there, I experienced it, and I was flawed. I was flawed because of the fact that I think Rohit's attitude is something that truly inspires me. He is somebody who's been a player. He loves the game, and he wants to really make it big in India, and he really wants the players to rise. See, the thing is that you see, we do not treat our athletes and our sportsmen well enough in this country. We don't value them. When they bring us gold or they bring us silver or bring us bronze, for that moment we all wow, we tweet about it, we this and that and the other. We don't care how they train. We don't care what happens to them when they retire. The shelf life of sports stars is even shorter and lower than actors, for example. Because I mean, they're out there and they're performing with their entire bodies and their beings. So I think that, we need to be a little bit more sensitized towards how we kind of treat them and how we, because they are our heroes. And how do you kind of treat them? So I think somewhere along the line, I think Rohit's attitude, and of course then my glorious team, Delhi Hoopers, who each of them, I can say, I know it sounds like a cliche, but they're more than family to me today. They are mine. I claim them. They're my boys. I will die for them. I'll kill for them.
And play for them.
And play for them. And then Delhi 3BL happens, and then Bikram Gill, and all of that stuff. The thing is that, I think that today for me, I'm just so blessed, because when we are movie actors and we are entertainers, we live in a bit of a bubble. It's all about movies and what's doing well and not doing well. Even though I've been somebody who's always taken time out and gone into areas of life that are completely new, and so I get disarmed by that. Basketball is a whole new world. But the parallels between basketball and the movie business is the uncertainty, is the thrill of the win, is the complete kind of, the downer that you feel when you lose. And the fact that when you're out there, it's not one man who can take that opportunity to shine. In cricket, sometimes everybody is there to kind of attain their personal goals. I know T20s changed that to a large extent because of the time factor. But earlier you had a lot of players coming out there and saying that, okay, we don't care whether we win or lose, but we make hit our personal goals. That can't happen here. This is a 10-minute game. It's half court. And you have to play as a team, and I think that for me, as an entertainer, as an actor, there's a lot of learning that I take back from every game. So I think that for me, the parallels are immense. The excitement that it generates is even more so, and I do believe that this is a fledgling new kind of uh, area of life, and I love startups. I think to kind of, be part of something when it's taking its first baby steps. There's an innocence to the entire league. There's an innocence to the movement. There's an innocence to Rohit Bakshi. And I told him, the day the innocence goes away, I will go away.
Okay.
So right now I'm here because everybody is there because for them, it is that game, it is the sport that is key. And I salute that.
And have you started playing game?
I know what I do very well, and I think that my applause is very contagious. Even though I've been in the spotlight myself, I think that I stepped back as an actor and became a filmmaker because I believed, like my father, that you need more people to believe in other people. I think what India needs more of. We need more believers. There are enough people out there who are fighting and jostling for the spotlight. Step back, support the other, applaud the other, and it makes you feel so glorious. It enriches your life, and there's a lot of good energy that you kind of put out there into the world. So with basketball, I am a ardent fan and I'm a supporter, and I sit there, off court, and I scream my lungs out.
And you're a
And my
creator
already
also.
hoarse voice goes even more husky. So I'm just there to kind of bask in their glory with all of their wins. I shamelessly bask in their glory, and I cheer them on, yeah.
I know you're a big creator. You have created people. So I just wanted to know, what about the Telugu cinema? Is something creation will be done by Pooja ma'am?
I don't know. It's a whole new. I mean, like I said, I was privileged to be an actor in a Telugu film, but the thing is that we are very very aware back home in Bombay, Mumbai, rather politically correct word, is that this is a whole new market,
Yeah.
and this is a whole new sensibility. The numbers are different. The recovery units are different. The mindset of the fans are different. I mean, we are very, very jealous of the fans down here, I must say. The kind of adulation that the fans give their stars here, we don't get in Mumbai. So even
need
we
to come
want,
here.
even we want that amount of love. So I think that is something that is very moving for me, is that the way people come out there and cheer and support the people that they love.
So something will be coming up for Telugu cinema from you. Plans?
I hope MM Cream is listening to this, and I hope he kind of immediately makes me a song in Telugu. But I no immediate plans yet. But one is always open, and I do believe, like I always say that, and I didn't say that on the podium, but India is cricket obsessed. India also tends to get Bollywood obsessed, the media especially, and we forget that when we leave the portals of Bollywood and we go beyond Mumbai, it is in the regional areas where there is much richer stuff happening with regard. We're talking about the smallest film, whether it's a Marathi movie, whether it is a Malayalam film that is being made in a tiny threadbare budget, but the stories are very rich, or then you have a Bahubali that comes and just shuts everybody up and says, hey, you guys talk about your numbers and you talk about your 100 and 200 crores. Here is a tiny offering from us, made so simply, yet so dazzling. So I think that we have a lot to learn. So when I'm here with reverence, understanding that I'm in a world where there are many greats, younger than me and older than me, who know far more, who have contributed far more, and that is the only way you can progress.
And if you want to just ask about Tollywood favorite actor Pooja ma'am, because you keep watching something.
Well, like I said, I've got Nag right here, and to take any other name would be criminal as far as I was concerned. He is my favorite. For more reasons.
New one.
I've had the privilege of working with him. I've had the privilege of knowing him as a friend, and I think that he's always somebody who's conducted himself with such grace and dignity, and he's gorgeous.
Have you met him?
On this trip, no. Now I've got very tall, able basketball players surrounding me, so I'm going to bask in their glory for a while.
So recently, no actor.
Well, I mean, there are too many to name, and I'm not going to get put into a spot. But I think that since I worked with Nag, I will stick to Nag. But as far as music directors are concerned, I believe very strongly that there is nobody in the country like Mr. Keeravani. There is nobody in the country. He is one of our greatest musical talents, and I think that when I watch him work with my father, to see Mahesh Bhatt and MM Karim in a room together is pure magic. So I do know that when I make Jism 3, I cannot go to anybody else but him, I'm going to camp at his doorstep to make sure that he kind of says yes to my film.
And we can see Alia ma'am and you together.
Very soon,
Yes, it's
very
coming up.
soon.
Wow.
Tomorrow's a big announcement. Watch
Yeah,
it.
something is coming up. You were telling.
It's Mr. Bhatt's 70th birthday on the 20th of September, and something is coming up.
So we can't take that because we'll be here.
I'm not a no comments person, unfortunately. I don't have that gene in me. So I'm not going to lie to you and say no comment, but something is coming up. Something big, very, very big and exciting.
And one incident you would just last, we will end up by saying Alia and you, if you fight it for the sport. A sport you remember.
Alia's 24 years younger than me. Everyone tends to forget
you
that.
never played?
I'm extremely kind of flattered that my name is even taken in the same breath as her, because I do believe very strongly and with great pride, and it's not coming only from a place of being an older sister, that she is the best in the business today. I mean, I do believe that she is way up there with regards to her game, and I don't think that anybody really comes very close. And she's growing every day, but she will always be first. My little baby sister, and it gives us great pride to see, her just go from success to success. And even she's somebody who makes her choices on her own. She does not lean on my father or anybody in the family. So I think I am what I am because of Mahesh Bhatt, and she is what she is without Mahesh Bhatt. So I think that, but what does bind us, but nobody really knows, is that we're both Pisceans. She's born on the 15th of March, I'm born on the 24th of Feb. And one of my tattoos right here,
I have
which
to
I will
ask
show
about
you,
that.
this one has got my birth symbol. So I'm a number 6 because I'm born on 24th. 6 is ruled by Venus, and I'm a Piscean, so it's ruled by Neptune. And there are only 2 other days of the year that have the same symbols. March 6th, March 15th and 24th Feb, and Alia Bhatt is born on 15th of March, and I'm born on 24th of March. So strangely, bizarrely, we have the same symbols.
A message from a sister if she's getting married.
Well, I think that Alia will give all of us advice, and I'm somebody who has been married for 12 years. It was a glorious marriage while it lasted, and the days did stop being glorious, I decided to put an end to it. So I'm nobody to give anyone advice on marriage, but I do believe one thing very strongly, that marriage is something that everybody should experience, at least once in their life. Because if it works, it's wonderful. If it doesn't work, don't think it's the end of the world. Because life is not defined by, especially for women, not by their career, not by motherhood, not by their marriage, not by anything. Be yourself and have the audacity and the courage, even if you fail at it, to pick yourself up and keep walking. That's very important. So I think that if she's concerned, I'm certain that she will handle her personal life as immaculately as she's handled her professional life. And I think that we all have a few lessons to learn from our little baby sister Alia.
One line which inspired you, or one dialogue of yours.
Which
Any
dialogue of mine?
dialogue or line which inspired you most?
I think a line that inspires me is something that is written by a poet in Lucknow, which is, "हम अपनी दर्द की शिद्दत को कम नहीं करते, जरा सी बात पे आँखों को नम नहीं करते, बने बनाए रास्तों पे चलते नहीं हम, तमाम लोग जो करते हैं वो हम नहीं करते," which is why we are here for basketball.
Thank you, man. Thank you.